welcome to QuickWitz Tips for Number Vision. This is one of those activities that we retire. When we leave the classroom, when we leave the workplace, we just don't do a lot of mental math. And that's what this activity is, just mental math. Some processing speed, but actually we're going to have to wake up the side of our brain that's gone to rest a little. You know, the left side of our brain controls math tasks. So I did a little research on this and found that if you will grab a tennis ball or a stress ball and put it in your right hand and squeeze it, then you'll send a signal to the other side of your brain that you're about to do some activity and you might need to cue it up a little bit. So let me cue up the directions and then I'll talk about strategies that I use to do this. They're simple strategies. They just make perfect sense. There might be others, but this is what I do. Let's cue up the directions and we'll talk about it.
Next activity is number vision. It will improve your long-term memory, helping you to remember how much you spent on gas without getting a receipt. It will also increase your processing speed so that you can better follow a fast-moving game show on television. Mentally calculate a running total using the numbers and math operations as they appear. Write only the final answer in your workbook. Let's look at an example. Ready? Start with 3. Add 5, giving you 8. Subtract 2, giving you 6. Write this number on the example blank provided for you in the workbook. Go ahead.
Now, the pauses and the time between getting your next operation and your next number were intentional. The best strategy here is simply to concentrate. Do not be distracted by other elements in the room. One thing that I have to do is I have to say the answer out loud to myself or softly to myself. I'm not going to distract somebody else, but I am going to say it softly. So I'm going to do the first one with you and just say the answer softly, and you'll see what I mean. All right, we'll cue up this next one.
Ready?
So the number's 2. Plus 5 is 7. 8. 6. 9. 4. 6. 7. Now the reason I wanted to take you through that is because if you want to use the strategy that I use, saying the number helps you to block out the number that's on the screen. Because if you're constantly saying plus 1, plus 3, plus 2, minus 4, then you're going to get in your mind the number that you just saw on the screen rather than the one that's in your head. So I always just say the number that is the answer to myself. So let's see if I got it right. My answer was 7.
Record your answer in your workbook. The answer is 7.
And it does help that I taught math for a lot of years.